Hi guys, this is Henry, from Anime Recap Channel. In this video we are going to discuss about One Punch Man Episode 2 to Episode 5, so let's get started. If you are watching this video directly, please check in description for Episode 1. Spoiler ahead, please watch and take care. While Saitama waters his cactus, the TV announces that the recent massive mosquito swarm is headed towards Z City, where he lives. He attempts to kill a mosquito but fails each time. In the abandoned city, a looter, taking advantage of the situation, has his blood drained by the mosquitoes, which are being controlled by Mosquito Girl. She fights with Genos, who as a cyborg is not affected by the swarm, each taking a limb from the other. She then powers up by consuming the blood gathered by her swarm from the animals in the surrounding wilderness. This causes the battle between her and Genos to become one-sided, but she is killed by Saitama in a single slap. In amazement, Genos asks Saitama to become his disciple, to which he complies. Genos appears at Saitama's door days later, much to his annoyance. He explains his situation and his history between him and the mad cyborg in a long-winded monologue which frustrates Saitama. Elsewhere, a man in a secret facility analyzes Mosquito Girl's defeat, and decides to capture Saitama for his experiments. Back in Saitama's apartment, Saitama and Genos' conversation is interrupted by the House of Evolution's messenger, who is promptly destroyed. Saitama is then trapped underground while Genos faces off against Armored Gorilla, another cyborg, although Saitama soon escapes. He quickly defeats his two opponents and then questions the defeated cyborg, who panics when he realizes the rest of his team has been destroyed. In the end, Dr. Genos steps into a room full of worried subordinates discussing the fate of the team in Z City. When they turn around, it is shown that they are all clones of him. The story of Dr. Genos, a brilliant young scientist with ideas of artificially evolving humanity who became disillusioned with the world, eventually discovering the secret to immortality and creating multiple clones of himself. Saitama cuts off the narration in his impatience, and Armored Gorilla then explains that Dr. Genos is interested in Saitama's constitution, or as he puts it, his body. Saitama gets the wrong idea, believing the scientist to be homosexual until Genos explains that Genos wants Saitama for his experiments. The cyborg and Saitama decide to attack immediately, since the store discount day is the next day. Before they leave, Genos asks Armored Gorilla about any cyborgs active 4 years ago that have destroyed any towns, which Armored Gorilla denies. In preparation for Saitama's arrival, the House of Evolution sets traps in their facility and reluctantly decides to release Carnage Kabuto. Once they arrive, Genos destroys the above-ground facility with a single blast before heading underground. The released Carnage Kabuto fights with Genos, taking no damage in the process. Carnage Kabuto then faces off against Saitama, but backs off when he detects how powerful Saitama really is. Saitama then reveals to the room his somewhat mundane daily training regime of 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats and 10 kilometers of running, much to Genos' disbelief. Carnage Kabuto unleashes his Carnage mode and appears to be beating Saitama back, but it transpires that Saitama was just shocked by the realization that the store discount day was that day instead of the next, and defeats Carnage Kabuto easily, leaving soon after with Genos to catch the rest of the discount day. Having witnessed this, Dr. Genos abandons his plans of artificial evolution, and realizes that he is the one who must change. A man named Hammerhead is out to make a utopia of the overworked and underpaid model of modern society. Nobody pays attention to him on the street though, as he announces plans against the rich man Zenuru, who owns a nearby apartment building. Elsewhere, Saitama appears to be having a nightmare about playing rock, paper, scissors with someone who has a booger on their finger. Suddenly, he is angered to find out that Hammerhead has made it so that having a bald head makes you dangerous. He runs out to put an end to it. Meanwhile, Zenyaru hires his own bodyguard to protect him against the movements of Hammerhead and his gang. His bodyguard is named Speeda Sound Sonic. He faces the bald group on their way to Zenyaru's lair and warns them that nobody usually survives after facing him in a fight. In just a few seconds, Sonic beheads just about all of the Hammerhead bald group. Elsewhere, Saitama is getting called a terrorist for his bald head. Finally, only Sonic and Hammerhead remain. Hammerhead manages to escape with his life, but then runs into Saitama in the forest. Hammerhead prepares to fight him by powering up. Saitama punches his entire suit off, seemingly feeling sympathy for him. Hammerhead runs away naked. Then Sonic shows up and tries to attack him, but Saitama explains that he's not one of Hammerhead's followers. But now that Saitama has blocked his attacks, Sonic still feels he must beat him. Saitama accidentally punches him in the crotch. Sonic then declares that he will train until he can beat him, while he barely stands from that one punch. Back at home, Saitama tells Genos to leave him alone as he has a serious problem to solve. The problem is, nobody has any idea who Saitama is despite all of his accomplishments. Genos tells him to sign up on the official hero register online. Saitama and Genos register together, and must take a hero test to be official heroes. Saitama and Genos are finally going to become registered heroes, but first they have to pass a physical and written test in order to prove that they're worthy of being a hero. Saitama easily surpasses the physical exam and anyone else that took it. Even though he aces the physical exams, he doesn't do as well on the written part. Saitama passes the test by just 1 point and is given a C rank, while Genos gets a perfect score and is given an S rank. Saitama and Genos are the only ones who made it out of all the applicants to actually be in a class where Snek is going to teach the class. Sadly, the Class A teacher is too confident in his skills, but Genos and Saitama are clearly stronger. Then in class the teacher gets annoyed by Saitama for not paying attention and tries to
haunts me somewhere much deeper. Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy. And silently, it could build and build until you finally see. Whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all their shoulders, like moving boulders just to get out of the home. It sucks, I've had enough, I don't wanna feel stuck under the rug, all my problems that I shove. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough, nothing's really clear.
Shop where they had an eating contest where Genos had no problem completing while Saitama nearly passed out. Sweet Mask suddenly came and requested to speak to Genos outside. Sweet Mask came to congratulate Genos and welcomed him to the team, much to Genos' surprise.
Guys, this is for today. If you like my video, don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment below. We will meet again with another interesting video. Till stay safe, stay happy.